guys' second Bonnaroo. How's this time been different from your first time playing since you popped your root cherry?
Well, the set time was like pretty similar. Like we did 2011, I think 4:30. This year's 5:30, and I think it's like the perfect time to play because people are just here, ready to hear music. You know, they don't care who you are. So yeah, it was nice.
It's easy pickings when it's Thursday. People just showed up, just ready for the weekend and raged with energy, you know. And yeah, it was both sets were really fun. In fact, this year we as a band might be a little more professional than the last previous experience.
Who are you guys decided to see this weekend? Who have you seen already?
We saw Father John Misty last night, which was pretty rad.
Yeah. We walked around today. We tried to see some friends of ours before we had to, come to all the interview stuff. We went to go see Johnny Corndog, Johnny Fritz now. Got there right at his last song. Thank you. See you later. And we're like, hell. Went over to see some other Athens friends of ours, Reptar, and got there halfway through their last song. Oh, it's great. See you later. Damn it. So, no luck yet today, but hopefully tonight we'll get to see some music.
Most of the guys in the band write songs. Take me through the writing process and how you decide who sings on what track and how you bring your songs together.
It's a pretty organic process. Usually someone brings a song to the table. Sometimes that's I got a verse or I got a chorus. Sometimes it's I got a whole demo with all tons of melodies and stuff on it. But even when you have this complete song, you bring it and everyone's got their own opinion on the songs, so you kind of give it up to the band and you get different people's takes on those songs, and that's kind of where it becomes a band song, not just 5 guys with 5 different songs, and as far as working down from 30 songs to 10 songs to a record or whatever, that also kind of happens pretty naturally because you see what people are really energetic about, what songs are really there, and some of the songs need a little more time to find their spot, or you hit the basic tracks and it's not quite right. It doesn't really have the feel that I kind of saw in my head, and we'll leave that one, maybe come to it later. Yeah.
It's a pretty lengthy album by today's 8 to 10 song standard. Is that a side effect from having so many songwriters in the band?
Yeah, a little bit. We also got some long songs on there, but when it came down to figuring out what songs were going to go on the record, we knew right off the bat that was a really long record that would probably catch some flack for it, but it just really didn't seem to fit any other way. You take out one song here or there, and then those 2 songs don't go together. And sequencing a record like that and getting on the songs in their spot is it's the biggest puzzle you have to play in the recording process. So it kind of, those 13 songs just kind of seemed to be it, and we didn't see any other way around it. So yeah.
We had 20-something songs, probably.
Yeah, 20-something songs, and through the recording process, there were, I think, 15 that made it to, there's a final mix of those songs, And then we cut a couple of those out and cut it down to 13, and that was the record. Thanks, man. Thank you.
What is the idea for the album name? I know it's from Slavic.
Folklore, yeah. Putting the record out was just a really, really long, painful process, and at some points it seemed like the record didn't even exist. Like, it was something we'd made up in our imaginations, and that kind of led us to looking up these mythical figures, and Baba Yaga just perfectly summed up the record with the kind of, she's a double-edged sword, you know. On one side, she's out in the woods putting children in stews and stuff, which felt a lot like making the record at some points. And then on the other hand, she's out there and she provides wisdom or some little bit of something that the protagonist needs to complete his quest at hand. So perfectly summed up the record for us.
How would you describe your musical progression from Hampton's Lullaby to Baba Yaga?
Whew.
That's on you,
You
bud.
let me do that one.
That's
All
on you.
I don't know. I think the songwriting's got a little more focused. Everything was. It's just a smoother process, you know. It was our second full-length record. The whole thing. I won't say smoother process. The recording of it was.
For sure.
The actual studio time was smoother because you know, you grow as a band and you get better at what you do, or at least I have, and I think. But, yeah, it's more polished, and you know that's you want that, you know, you want to continue to grow and get better as a musician, but you don't want to go overboard and you know, make it like a sheen or gloss over it. So it's something you kind of gotta balance there with you know, being tight musically but not being just boring, I guess, basically.
What albums did you guys grow up listening to? What were your influences?
All kinds of stuff, like, you know, folks in 70s country, the Allman Brothers band, stuff like that. And then I had a older sister who's 9 years older than me, and was way into the Grateful Dead. So that one was a big one for me growing up. But then from that, just all kinds of other stuff.
We had at our house, we had a Garth Brooks VHS. And I think it was like Double Live, maybe.
Oh, man.
I can't quite, I think it was Double Live. But we used to watch that all the time at our house, like every Sunday or something crazy like that. And it is deeply ingrained into me, my love of 90s country music. And yeah, I'm a pedal steel player too, so it works. And I get a lot of crap for it, excuse me. I was about to cuss.
I don't want to wrap us up legally too bad, but there's one lick on our new record. It's like,
it's a tribute, okay?
What was it? Beaches of Cheyenne?
No, it might be Shameless.
Shameless.
But that's a Billy Joel song originally anyway.
Oh, then there you go. So,
all my legal rights.
Billy, you can sue Garth then.
I tell people, like, I get a lot of you know, grief about listening to country music, and I tell them I'm just listening to it for the pedal steel. That's not true at all. I love it.
He loves the tales of heartbreak.
Yeah.
How do you guys keep your energy up on a long tour like you're on right now?
Faking it mostly. And you know,
as far as
excited about what we do. You know,
yeah. As far as like, day to day being in the van, that kind of energy, it can get pretty low. You know, people get worn out. You don't sleep much. Tight spaces. You're in a van all the time. It's a tiny tin box, you know, with the same 6 people, you know, all the time. But as far as like getting up and playing shows, you know, there are people there that are really excited to see you play. Like it's infectious. Energy is a two-way street, you know. Like people are there and they're really pumped up to see you play. It's easy. It's easy to get into playing, you know, because it's like there's a very small percentage of people that get to do what we do or get to do what they really want to do in general, you know, and so yeah, it's easy to remember that, even, you know, it's been a shitty long day and just dead tired, don't want to do anything, and you get up in front of a few people that are really pumped to see you play, and all of a sudden, like, switch turns, you know? Then you get off stage and it just flips right back off and pissed off again. Whatever, you know?